Welcome to episode 12 of That's Cooked with Steph DeLanda. I'm your host, Steph DeLanda. This is Dallas making background noise in the first 30 seconds of the show, as per usual. And today we have a special edition, I will say, because as of this recording, it is the 29th of December, 2023. What the fuck? Does anyone else feel like as they get older, every year just goes quicker and quicker? Or is it just me? Because I feel like I don't even know where the fuck this year went. And it's so crazy because I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I feel like it's a common thing to always feel like you're not doing enough. You know, like there's always more to be done. And I always feel like that. And I'm guilty of thinking that I've never done enough. I was like, fuck. Like, I know I've had a big year, but as I was saying, there's always more to be done in everyone's brains. But then I was like, I'm going to do, like, today's episode is going to be a 2023 year in review. And so I started to kind of list all the stuff I've done this year. And then I was like, holy shit. I do not think there's a single person in independent wrestling that has had as big of a year as I have. And if they're out there, come and talk to me, because I'm pretty sure, and this isn't even me having an ego, this is just me stating facts. I'm pretty fucking sure that I have done the most and I have had the biggest breakout year of 2023, but who am I to say? Anyways, so I decided, I was like, let's do like a year in reflection and a top 10 moments of SCL in 2023. And when I started looking back at all the stuff I've done, that's when I was like, oh my God, I've done so much shit. And the cool thing about it is, like, I had to take stuff off. I wasn't trying to fill this list. I was like, what am I going to fit? Like, where am I going to rank things? How am I going to, I've done too much. Like, there's too many things. So that's kind of made me feel good. And that's why I have a smile on my face, because as I said, I'm so guilty of feeling like I've never done enough. But today I can sit here on the 29th of December in my apartment in Orlando and say that I'm proud of everything that I did this year. I did a lot of things for the first time, and I'm very excited for what I'm going to do next year, because always elevate. So without further ado, and there are a few special mentions on this, because there's some things I didn't make it, which is hilarious, especially when you guys hear what they are. But for now, number 10 was the Mance engagement. And he's gonna watch this and be like, 10? But wait, I did a lot of shit this year, babe. I did a lot of shit, okay? It was hard making this list. Hear me out. So on June 3rd, I think, at Black Label Pro, I had a match against my now boyfriend, Mance, but he was not my boyfriend at the time. And I remember Mikey from Black Label, the promoter, messaged me and was like, hey, because I knew I was doing his show. And I was like, I'm not doing any dumb shit, by the way, just to let you know. And he's like, oh, you don't want to have a hardcore match with Mance? And I was like, I would die to have a hardcore match with Mance. Like, sign me the fuck up. And everyone knows, like, I hate weapons, I hate hardcore shit, I hate deathmatch, I hate all of that. But when he was like, you don't want to wrestle Mance? I was like, oh my God, I would love to wrestle this man. Anyway, because at that point, I was like, I had a cheeky little crush. So I was all about it. And it's so funny. And then I remember I got picked up from, look who's calling me. Hi babe, you're on That's Cooked.
Hey, are we live?
We're live.
Well, I got my hair cut and I took a shit at Great Clips.
Are you on your way home?
Yeah, do you want to go to the gym or should I just lift out here and then come home and then we get dinner?
Lift out there and then come home.
All right, I'm going to have to tan too if that bitch at this place don't let me tan and tries to make me buy them plastic eye containers for $2. I'm going to cause a scene in there.
Okay, babe, it sounds like you.
What do you talk about on there?
I was actually talking about our match together. Remember when you proposed?
Yeah, it's when we fell in love.
I know, I was just talking about you. All right, baby, I love you so much. I will see you when you get home.
Baby, I got a question.
Yeah.
Do you got that outfit and you can wear that tonight?
Shut the fuck up. All right, goodbye. I love you.
Bye, I love you.
Isn't that funny? Yeah, so we had a match together and I remember I was in the car and we were running so late. I think I left my laptop on the plane. We had to pick up multiple people from the airport. Like we had to go pick up Tom Lawler from a different airport. We were running so fucking late. And I was just like, we are never, ever gonna get, like, I'm never gonna get to this show. I'm gonna be so late. I'm not gonna have time to do my hair all cute and do my makeup and whatever else. And I had like, of course, bought, the second I knew I was wrestling him, and because it was a fancy wrestling show, it was a dress-up show, I was like, I'm gonna buy the sluttiest cowgirl outfit I can find. I dressed as a cowgirl because I thought he was a cowboy. It turns out he's a redneck. I didn't know the fucking difference. So I dressed as a slutty cowgirl, and I knew I was gonna be super late, but for some reason I just had this feeling of like, I wasn't stressed. And usually I would be really stressed in that situation if I knew I was gonna get to a venue really late and whatever else. Fuck, it's hot in here. But I wasn't stressed. I was just like excited, right? So then I get to the venue and he's like super chill and he's like, oh, I've got the whole fucking match like planned out. Like I know what we're doing. And I was like, okay, cool. He's like, so I think we'll start and then I think the whole story is like, I proposed to you. And I was like, he wants to propose to me? Like, Mance? Oh my, I was like, babe, whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to fucking do. And I remember that whole day I was just talking to him and I was just like, fuck, like, I really like this guy. I really like him. And like in the match, the opening spot, because I don't know how the fuck to use chairs. Anyone who's wrestled me who we've had chairs involved knows I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. I'm an idiot. Anyways, so fucking opening spot. I pick up a chair, I close it, and I meant to like sabu it at him, like throw it at him sideways. Well, straight forward, I guess. Pick up the chair, fold it, throw it at him with the legs fucking towards his eyes. So literally the chair legs go in his eyes. I look at him, I'm like, oh my God, I killed my future husband in the first 30 seconds of this match. Holy shit, the man's blind, I've killed him. He goes down, I pin him, I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I didn't hear him, but apparently he was like, it's okay, babe, whatever. Anyways, every time I pinned him in that match, I stayed for like an extra minute. Well, not minute, like 2 seconds when he kicked out, just so I could stay close to him. It was a whole thing, I'm a psycho. But anyways, that was the day that we fell in love, so that's why it's number 10. Number 9 is the debut of the Deathmatch Queen in Japan, DDT, on July 23rd. I've always wanted to go to Japan, my whole life, always wanted to go to Japan, right? And I knew wrestling would take me there at some point. I just didn't know when, didn't know how, didn't know why, didn't know, I was kind of one of those things where I was like, I'm just gonna let it be in the universe because I know it's gonna happen. Anyway. Eventually, July 23rd, jeez, I have a speech impediment. July 23rd, me and Matt Cardona for DDT, Matt wrestled Endo and won the DDT Universal Championship. It was a very fun match. It was my iconic Princess Peach gear. I've never topped it since. I don't know how the fuck I'm ever gonna look that good in my life. But it was my first trip to Japan. and it will always hold a very special place in my heart. Number 8, face tat. On September the 18th, for some fucking reason, I woke up and I went to get 3 ear piercings and I left the store with my own name tattooed on my face. Did you guys hear that? That was like a cat fight from all cat fights. That was Spaghetti and Denver, and these cats have been fighting, dude. Anyway, face tat. I added it to the list because, like, honestly, I fucking love it. I think it's, like, iconic. I love the look of it. I love that so many people hate it. I'm just such a, like, the worst thing you can do is tell me that something's a bad idea or that you hate something, because I'm just gonna do it so much more. Like, the second I told everyone that I wanted to do it, and almost everyone was like, that's a really bad idea, I was like, this is exactly why I need to do it. So, number 8, SDL has been marked forever on my face. This bitch isn't going anywhere. It's iconic. Number 8. Number 7 was my silver screen debut for a, oh my God, my mom's calling me. Everyone's ringing me. My silver screen debut for a TV show called Spilled Paint. That was on April 9th. I announced that I would be starring in a TV show which will be released on Tubi in January. That was my acting debut. I've never done a day of acting in my life. I had so much fun. I got to play a character very similar to myself. They wanted me to be myself. It was perfect. They actually airbrushed a face tattoo on my face, and I was like, I kind of like how this looks too much, and I feel like I'm going to end up getting a face tat. And that's exactly what happened. So thank you, Spill Paint. No, I had a great time. I'm very excited for it to be released, and I really want to do some more acting in the near future. Number 6. On June question mark, I just wrote June question mark because I don't know when the fuck it was. I was officially crowned the Women's Internet Champion. Matt Cardona anointed me with my own championship belt, and what a blessing that has been, because I don't have to win belts. I just got given my own one. So I get to say I'm the champ and carry around this piece of gold, and I didn't earn it in any way, shape, or form, which is so fun because people get so worked up about it, and it's like, this is the point, you fucking idiots. Like, I'm trolling you. If you're mad about the fact that I'm the Women's Internet Champion, then newsflash, I got you, you fuckhead. Fans are so dumb. Anyways, I love having the Women's Internet Championship. We have utilized it so many times in matches. It's the ultimate heel tactic. Matt and I will always be hitting each other over the head with our championships. It is just classic 101. I love it. I love my championship. I always get stopped going through TSA. That's the only negative. It makes my bag heavier, but I will take the trade-off because I love my little belt. Number 5. It's a big one. In August, on August 7th, I announced I would be releasing my own lipstick line named DSL by SDL. Look it up if you don't know what it means. And this kind of came from a few different things. I've been inspired by Nikki Bella for my entire career. She's my favorite female wrestler by far. I love her to bits. I think she's absolutely incredible. She could do no wrong in my eyes. I think she's phenomenal. Her like token look was like the red lipstick, right? So I always would wear red lipstick to signings and to wrestling shows and whatever else because I wanted to look like her. And so I always wore red lipstick. So then when I started wrestling, it was like an ode to her that I always wore red. So every single match I've had, I've worn red lipstick. Like, it's just my thing. So then when I started working with Matt, I really started ramping up my merch. I was kind of thinking like, okay, what's something else like other than the standard like t-shirt and whatever that I could make? And especially in this day and age, it's like the world is your oyster. You can kind of do anything if you work hard, right? Like if you make it happen, you can kind of manufacture anything. So I was kind of thinking about it, and also one of my favorite comedians, Christina P., who's Tom Segura's wife, she has her own red lipstick. So I stole a bit of inspo from her, and I was like, okay, she's done it. Like, that's cool, that's cool. Anyway, so I got my manager onto it, and I was like, this is what I need. This is going to be the name of it. This is, you know, the budget, XYZ. Let's make it happen. We made it happen. And DSL has been so successful. Like, I get orders for it, multiple orders for it every single week, like without promoting. Like, it just churns and churns and churns at merch tables. Like, it is selling. And the cool thing about it, there's actually a few cool things about it, but one of the things that I love is it's a product that you don't have to love wrestling to use this product. Like, I get a lot of male fans come up to me in the merch table being like, hey, my girlfriend saw a photo of you. She thinks you're so cute. She loves your lipstick. I'm going to buy her one. Or like, oh, I dragged my girlfriend to this wrestling event, but there's something at the merch table that she could buy to support you. Or, you know, my girlfriend loves red lipstick, or I bought it for my mom, or I bought it for my sister. Or, like, there's a lot of people who aren't necessarily wrestling fans that are using DSL, and it's awesome. And I think that is great, having the crossover of like, this is not a product only for wrestling fans. You can use it if you're not into wrestling too. So I love that. And also, it's actually a really fucking good product. And I wouldn't sit here and say that if that wasn't true. If it was a cheapo product, I would be the first to put my hand up and go, look, you know, whatever. But I made sure when I was making this, I said to my manager, I said, I don't want to just get some bullshit product just for the fuck of it, just so I can say I have a lipstick. If I'm going to do this, I want it to be something that I would pay money for. I wanted it to be bright red. It had to be the right shade. I wanted it to be matte because matte doesn't transfer when you're wrestling. And I wanted it to be affordable and feel good and smell good and all that kind of stuff. I did not want to create a shit product. If we couldn't find one, I wasn't going to do it. But almost every single person, I haven't had a bad review, and every single person that buys it really tells me how great it is. And friends, like people and friends in wrestling who wouldn't bullshit me, go out of their way to message me and be like, dude, your lipstick is really, really good. Like, it's actually a really good product and I wear it all the time. So it's not just people buying it to support me. It's, yes, people have bought it to support me, but actually it's a great product that people love to use. So DSL number 5, I'm very proud of that. Just another one of those things to kind of like branch out of just wrestling, which was one of my goals of this year. And I feel like I did a pretty good job of that. Number 4, August 19th, SDL and Matt Cardona versus Nick Gage and Maki Ito at GCW Homecoming. My first and only death match. Fuck, it was good. And most notable for mine and Matt's insane Ghostbuster entrance. And you know what? Here's a little bit of a secret. I hadn't even seen Ghostbusters until well after we did that. Like, I hadn't even seen it. So I didn't really even fucking get it. But obviously I know it's a big popular thing. Matt is such a mark for it. Matt had the idea and I was like, bro, whatever the fuck you want to do, you know I'm down. And because I knew we were doing a death match, I was like, I want my full body covered. So if we can wear these suits and it means that our full bodies are covered, I am more than down for this idea. So anyways, we broke the internet with our entrance because we got the Ecto 1, the actual Ecto 1, drove down from like New York or New Jersey to Atlantic City on the freeway on a trailer. And people were driving past in traffic. But yeah, so we had the actual Ecto 1, we had all the outfits, we had such an incredible match. Everything about it was just perfect. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better situation. So I'm very proud of that. I'm very happy that, you know, I hate deathmatch wrestling. I always have. I never thought I would do one, but if I was gonna do one, it was gonna be in a GCW ring. And I'm so happy that I had Matt in there with me and that we were against Nick Gage, who's the absolute deathmatch legend, and Maki Ito, who is my favorite wrestler. So kind of all the stars aligned for like this perfect storm for me, and I'll never do another deathmatch ever again. A, because I hate it, and B, because I don't think anything I do will ever be able to top that. So very proud of myself, and I'm very happy that I got to have that experience. All right, number 3. This one set the internet on fucking fire. On May 31st, we dropped a video and the Rider Taker was born. We saw the debut of Rider Taker and we killed Zack Ryder and Persia Pirotta once and for all. We put them in the ground, we buried them. And that video got like millions and millions of views. And wrestlers and people in the wrestling industry from fucking every company and every length of the fucking universe was commenting on it and sharing it and messaging us about it. It just got so much reach and so much traction because it was so fucking entertaining. Shout out to Harry Aaron, because like his work is so incredible, and that run of vignettes that we did, if we didn't have Harry, none of that would have been possible. So yeah, just a huge shout out to Harry, because his work is invaluable and he takes our ideas and adds to them as well, but takes our stupid ideas and brings it to life in like more spectacular ways than we could have imagined. So yeah, really amazing work by Harry, and also Matt for his creativity and the effort and the money and the time and all of that we all put into it, because that video was like incredible. And the thing is like we filmed that video like we were going to the airport that morning. Like we went to the cemetery, filmed it, and then Matt and I got changed and went to the airport and flew out. Like that period of time, our schedules were so insane and we were traveling so much and filming that it was like we just had to get it done. And I really want to start filming them soon. So if you guys see this, please budge Matt and tell him that we want more videos. But as I was saying, like, fuck, dude, like we're stretched thin as it is, but you know, it was an incredible video. So Rider Taker, number 3. All right, number 2. On April 25th, I announced that I would be getting my very first action figure. My bendy. My Major Wrestling Figure Podcast bendy. It's incredible. It's like to have a action figure of myself is a dream. I put on my 3-year goal list to have a figure, and I did it within less than 1 year. Granted, I know my tag partner owns bendies, so it's kind of cheating, kind of not. But you know what? It's a step in the right direction. It's a win, and I'll take it, because for them to decide to invest all this time and money and energy and whatever else into making you a bendy, you have to be marketable. They have to have faith in you that you're going to sell these bendies. So the fact that they chose to make one of me in itself is like very fucking cool. So number 2 is me getting my own bendy. Hopefully I'll get a new bendy in 2024. We'll see. Again, pester Matt about it. But yeah, for now, super proud of myself and thankful for Matt and Brian and the whole crew for making that bendy happen. Number 1. What do you guys reckon it is? You know what it is. It is the cover of the motherfucking PWI. On August 3rd, it was announced that Matt Cardona and I were going to be the cover of the Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, which is like a huge deal for so many reasons. One being that they told us that that was the first time since the 80s that like a true independent act, not a group of like, you know, 2 people, not a whole group of people, had been the main feature cover of the PWI. Like since the 80s. That's insane. And also it's insane because I had put on my 1-year goals to just get listed in the PWI 500. I'd never even been ranked in the PWI 500. So to be able to shoot straight to the cover is like, I don't know, I feel like I skipped a lot of steps. but I don't feel bad about it because the work that I did is what got me there. I'm very proud of myself. And I think that is like, to me, that's the epitome of what I was saying at the start of this. Like, such a breakout year to go from never being ranked to being on the fucking cover. Like, who else created such a splash and such an impact in such a short period of time? I don't know. So, yeah, being number 1, I'm very proud of. And then being number 69 in the women's, well, being on the cover, I should say. And then being number 69 on the women's list is so funny because I literally tweeted being like, if I'm not 69 or 420, don't fucking tell me about it. And then they made me 69, so thanks, PWI. No, that was very, very cool being on the cover, doing it alongside Matt, just like, fuck yeah. And now I've got it hung up on my wall forever, so I'm very proud of that. But no, overall, I'm just like very thankful and proud of the year that I've had. And it's this weird paradox because it's like, you know, a lot of it is because of Matt, of course. But also I think it's important that I sit here and I'm proud of myself as well because he opened the door, but I kind of like took the ball and ran with it. So I'm also proud of like my own work that I've done separately without Matt too, and the work that I've done with Matt as well. But overall, I think I've had like a really insane year, and I didn't know what this year was going to hold for me. And getting released from WWE, it was kind of such a shock of like, fuck, like what do I do now? But I'm just very proud of like myself and all the hard work that I've put in to kind of create this new reality for myself and this new career for myself on the indies. And yeah, the success the past year has been incredible. And I'm very excited about what is going to happen next year. I've already got quite a few cool things lined up. So I think the next episode I'm going to do is like, this is going to be wrapping up 2023, and then 2024 is going to be like looking ahead and goal setting and all that kind of stuff, which I want to talk to you guys about. So that's going to be next week. But this week, I hope you guys enjoyed my 2023 year in review. If you agree with me, comment. If you don't agree with me, comment. Please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. With That's Cooked next year, I'm going to be getting a little bit more organized. I'm going to have a bit more of a structure, more of a layout for the episodes and the schedule itself. So I've had a lot of fun. I mean, this is episode 12, so that's been 3 months of consistently every week recording podcasts. This stuff is not as easy as it seems. It's been a huge learning curve for me, but I've had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate you guys for coming along for this journey so far. Next year, we're going to keep leveling up in every single way, and That's Cooked is part of that too. So thank you guys so much. Have a safe New Year's, and I will see you motherfuckers in 2024.